I was hired to clean out a hoarder's home after she died. What I found in the basement made me break my company's biggest rule, 10 years working for Clean Slate Restoration, and I've never broken our cardinal rule, never keep items from a client's home. Then I found the journal in Eliza Matthews' basement and everything changed. Eliza was the classic hoarder case fertile elderly woman, no family house packed floor to ceiling with newspapers, broken appliances, and garbage. Her neighbor hired us after she passed, wanting to sell the property. My team had 2 weeks to clear everything. Day 3, I ventured into the basement alone behind a wall of moldy boxes sat a locked metal trunk. Inside were hundreds of leather-bound journals perfectly preserved, dating from 1942 to 2018. I opened one from 1965 and discovered Eliza had been a gifted painter whose work appeared in major galleries. Another revealed she'd traveled to 43 countries, documenting everything in stunning detail. But it was the 1953 journal that stopped me cold. Between its pages was a photograph of Eliza Pert young, radiant Pert standing beside my grandmother. They had their arms around each other, laughing. The inscription read, Eliza and Ruth, Paris, 1953. My grandmother Ruth never mentioned an Eliza. She'd rarely discussed her youth, and had passed away 5 years ago. I should have logged the journals as personal items and continued working. Instead, I started reading. The entries revealed that Eliza and my grandmother had been more than friends. They'd been deeply in love during a time when such relationships meant social exile or worse. Their romance ended when my grandmother chose a conventional life, marrying my grandfather and severing contact with Eliza. The later journals documented Eliza's life alone, her gradual withdrawal from society, and eventually the beginning of her hoarding. That night, I called my mother. Did drama ever mention someone named Eliza Matthews? The long pause told me everything. Where did you hear that name? I explained, and my mother sighed. There was a box of letters drama kept locked in her closet. After she died, I found them paired all from Eliza. I never told anyone. The next day, against every professional protocol, I gathered all of Eliza's journals and artwork. I documented them for our inventory as damaged disposed, then carefully packed them in my car. That evening, I showed my mother everything. She cried seeing glimpses of her mother's hidden life. Grandma seemed happy with Hios, but there was always something missing. Now I understand. We created a small exhibit in our family home, Pert Eliza's paintings, excerpts from the journals, photographs of the two women, a private memorial to a relationship the world never allowed to exist. My boss would fire me instantly if he knew, but some stories deserve to be preserved rather than discarded, even if it means breaking the rules. Sometimes clearing out a house means more than removing what's visible, parentite. It means uncovering what's been hidden, honoring what's been forgotten, and bringing to light what should never have had to exist in shadows.